So it's gonna be interesting to see where things go
It's crazy.
going forward. I don't want to keep y'all too long. We had like an hour, 20 minutes. So I did want to touch on the Travis Scott thing. Rest in peace to all those who lost their lives
Right.
in that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think it's a terrible thing. I wanted to ask if y'all think Travis is to blame or who's to blame in that situation, because that is the topic of conversation now. So I don't know if y'all want to just answer that really quick and then we'll end it.
I was actually watching a conversation about I think it's one of the people from the ENTs who were like in charge of the group that was there. And he was really trying to be like, he was really hesitant of blaming Travis Scott, but he did admit that if we needed anything to get to a halt, it had to have been the performer. And while he might have not understood like the extent of what was going on, I do think I know there was a moment where he realized what had happened. I think I heard in some interview that he noticed what had happened and he still didn't stop. So I'm not gonna lie, I do put a portion of the blame on him, just not all of it, because the people, your people who are right there, you guys could have assisted those people in the best way that you could. Um, I remember one of the EMTs were actually saying there was a woman laying on the ground for 10 minutes and no one did anything. Although we can blame Travis as much as we want to, we're still human and we can still do what we can.
Yeah, I think it's sad that this is a part of the Travis shows though. So this is not abnormal for his
No, it's
show.
not.
Right.
Yeah, like he did stop he paused the show because usually people pass out at shows. Like someone passes out and there's a video of him. He uses auto tune, like that's his thing. And the person is passed out there, and I guess EMT is trying to help them out or something, like, or they're giving them space. They're giving the person space, and he starts saying yeah into the microphone in auto tune, like just over and over. It's like that's just a normal thing with these fans, and I think it's crazy. Sorry, I didn't want to take from y'all, but whoever wants to go on.
I think the promoters, so it was a Live Nation, the group that pretty much sponsored that event and hosted Travis. I think they're a big one to blame, and they already have a history of craziness happening at any of their events, not only here in the U.S. but overseas as well, right? So I think they're also to blame because it's their event, right? Right now, so if it's the blame is also to Travis, it's equally to Live Nation, to that entity. I think if anything, they should probably take the biggest brunt of the brute force of the lawsuit that's coming up real soon. So
Yeah, and both Travis and Drake have gotten a number of lawsuits, so they're coming in. I think they're gonna probably try to hit the performers
Yeah.
the hardest, because they probably think the performers have the money. That's just a perception.
it's money, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's gonna be lawsuits towards Live Nation as well. Anyone else want to say their piece on that?
I I saw the videos, and I think that's what made me sad about the whole situation. Like just getting into I don't know if you guys saw the video of them trying to get into the festival with the show, and
Knocking down the
they're
fence.
yes,
The
and
barricade, yeah.
they're running over people, like, and people are screaming, and no one is like, not. I don't know. I've never been to a festival like, or whatever it's called, a show like that before, and I'm not very impressed to go to one at this point either. But I just can't see myself watching someone fall and stepping over them. I can't, and I just, and then amping them up. First of all, you're saying with Live Nation, they're booking out these shows. I read that there were 10,000 people over the amount of people that were supposed to be there. Why are you booking sites? It's at this point, money is what it is. you guys just want money. Forget about the fact that these are people who are coming to see that they're humans, and that humans can be affected by the heat, the environment, what's going on. Forget that. You just concerned about the money. Then you book 10,000 over, and then you don't supply the medical team for that amount of people to be there. That's a whole nother problem within itself. Why was the team of medical providers so small in comparison to the amount of people you let into the building, right? And then on the performer end, again, this is not new for him. He's used to amping up the crowd to a point where jump over the barricades, break them down, come closer. Like he has amped up, the audience in many other instances, and I feel like there needs to be consideration on everyone's part. Don't overbook. Don't do that. Have more shows if you want to. I know there's more money that goes into it, but I mean, it kind of balanced out. The same amount of 10,000 people you had going there is the same amount you would make if you just had multiple more shows. Just, figure out different ways to, if money is really that important, figure out different ways where it's not putting people at risk. And to have people come up to the stage screaming, saying there are people dying, and for no one. And I understand, like, the cameraman's, like, I don't know if you guys saw that video where the girl and the guy are running up to the stage and screaming about it, and the guy's literally pushing. I get that's your job, but you are now your job is now at risk because of what you ignored. So I'm like, we can put humanity first. It's okay. People may actually appreciate you more if you do that, because now people are dead and now you're getting sued. He could have stopped the show, at least put a pause, get these people up, move people around. Like, it could have happened, but what money, the love of money, So
we have a question. Can we blame parents? Can we blame parents for what happened?
What do you mean?
So, for example, I believe like the youngest person who died at the festival was like what, 9?
9. Mm-hmm.
9?
I don't think he died. I thought he was on a coma.
He's in a coma.
Okay, coma, right? So I don't know, but for me, like,
yeah, no, I agree with that.
If I had a 9-year-old kid and he wants to go to a Travis concert or festival, like, first of all, if I'm older, I'm researching what do the concerts look like, who is this, who you going with, why am I not there with my kid, like, why is my kid running to the front, right? Like, that's something that, I mean, like, parents also have to, like, keep that in mind, like, when sending your kids to outings, right? We can't just have kids just go off and do God knows what, where, like, wherever, because
well, in
we're
my
also
understanding, in my understanding, what happened was the boy wasn't necessarily on his own. I heard he was sitting on someone's shoulders, and that person got pushed, and I think the child got knocked down, and then the stampede just takes its course. Yeah, and I guess for me, I don't necessarily blame the parents. I guess because of the history of his concerts, in that sense, I would question. I mean, I guess it's not my place to judge what you want to do with your kids, but I think because of what has happened in the past, we can kind of make a prediction of what's going to occur in the future. Mm-hmm. And in that sense, I probably wouldn't have my child go to that kind of concert. Also, the type of music as well. So I guess, I mean, there's just a lot of different things.
There's a lot of factors. There are a lot of things went wrong that should not have gone wrong.